Are you struggling with confidence? You're not alone. And today I am answering a question from a reader that is all about how to get more confidence. So if you need a little confidence boost, this episode is for you. So keep watching. What's up, my friend, and welcome back to another episode of Ask a Coach. My name is Jen Stevens. I'm a spiritual life and business coach, and I am here to answer your questions about manifestation and mindset. My intention is for you to become your most badass self and live your most empowered life. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Today's question is from Megan, and she writes, "Dear Jen, I have been struggling mentally a bit over the past year, and I'm really wondering how I can start to get my confidence back. Do you have any tips?" And yes, I love this question so much. Confidence is such an important thing that I think most of us look at in the wrong way. Even this question is kind of going down the wrong path because it kind of makes it seem like confidence is something out here that you have to run after and go bring into your life. So the first point that I want to remind everyone about today is that confidence is a muscle. It is a skill. It is something that you can build, and you can start to do that at any point in time. So I know the last year, this whole Corona time has been rocky for many people in so many different ways. So if you are feeling a little bit behind right now, I just want you to know that you are not alone. And I know a lot of people are struggling, like things are going back to normal, at least in the United States, not quite here yet in Europe. But I've seen people kind of feeling stressed out about the return to reality, like we're supposed to just go back and just feel better and feel like our old selves. So I just want you to know that that isn't the goal. And of course, we are all going to be changed. We are all going to be a little bit different. And it is okay for you to process whatever's happened to you. It is okay for you to be a little more cautious and feel a little bit more guarded. So just give yourself that space to be different, to process whatever's happened to you. But do not make those things mean something bad about you. This is the problem that we all tend to fall into, and I have done this over and over in my life, and I know I'm not alone. But we tend to think that when something bad happens to us, we take it personally and we make it mean something about ourselves, and we let that thing deflate our confidence. So this is a really common way to look at the world. This is the way we were taught to look at the world, that there is a cause out there that makes us feel a certain way, and that we are kind of at the mercy of waiting for our circumstances to be absolutely perfect before we can go ahead and feel good about ourselves. It is important to understand that whatever has happened to you over this past Corona year, you do not have to take it personally, even if you lost your job or lost a relationship or something big like that happened in your life. You do not have to make it mean that I'm less of a person. That is a really big trap. And when we build our confidence on those outside things, this is exactly what happens. When one is taken away, then what's left? If we build all of our confidence over our career title or a job or a bank account, and those things change, then of course our confidence drops. So what's the solution? How do you stop looking outside of yourself for that confident feeling? So the big trick with confidence, it's really all about self-trust. Can you trust yourself to make it through this presentation, this day at work, through this relationship, through whatever it is in your life? And so when you start to look at this a little bit differently, it becomes so much easier for you to realize your part in creating your confidence. So we can begin this self-trust process in a really small step. You can just challenge yourself to do something a little bit outside of your comfort zone, a little bit on the scary side, something that makes you feel a little uncomfortable, and just commit to doing that. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It can be simple as going to a new cafe instead of going to the place you always went to. It can be challenging yourself to go out on a date on Tinder when you would rather just stay home. It can be so many different things. But the important thing to realize here, it's not about the cafe or going on the date or whatever it is that you've picked to be your thing. But the more that you challenge yourself to take on these little tasks that feel a little bit scary and feel a little bit different, the more that you will be able to see that you can make your way through them. You can handle anything that's coming your way. You can become that person that starts to feel more confident, because the more you know that you can trust yourself, the more you develop that self-trust muscle, the more confident you will feel. And that is confidence that is based on you, your relationship with yourself, showing up for yourself, understanding that you can figure things out. These are the things that will build your confidence over the long term and that cannot be taken away from you. So yes, we are re-emerging from lockdown, re-emerging from Corona times. And yeah, things might seem weird and scary, and you might be a little bit of a changed person. So I want you to pick something that feels a little bit out there, and commit to doing that. And then just make a new goal week after week that pushes you a little bit outside of your comfort zone. And over time, you are going to feel less fearful of doing new things, and you are going to start to see your track record. Look at all these times I didn't feel like doing something, or I wanted to talk myself out of it, or I really felt afraid of doing something, and I went and did it anyway. That is the key to real confidence. And again, that is something that you can take with you no matter what happens down the road. Corona, no corona, great job, no great job. Your trust in yourself is the most important thing. And this is a relationship that you're building, really. Your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you'll have. So you want to really build this solid foundation, and everything else will come from that place. So I hope that that answers your question, and thank you so much for writing in. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you for watching this video today. I really appreciate you spending the time here in your busy week here with me. There are no coincidences, so there was some little nugget in here that you were meant to hear today. And my challenge for you is to make sure that you take that with you and apply it to your life. Don't just keep running and not actually applying what you've learned. Really make sure that you take this stuff and apply it, and I promise you it will make a huge difference in your world. So thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. And other than that, I will see you in next week's Ask a Coach. Happy manifesting, and I'm wishing you so much confidence.